Hey everyone, I want to talk to you about 8 tips that I have for you pre-planning for your wedding. These are all things that consciously you need to be aware of or make yourself aware of it so that it makes your wedding go a little bit smoother. So, number 1 is going to be take about 30 minutes before your ceremony to just decompress. If you did a first look and formal pictures, you're going to want that time to kind of like just chill, hit the bathroom, get a quick drink, freshen up the mascara, hit the bathroom, whatever you need to do, and just get ready to go back down the aisle. So that's going to be very beneficial. Just kind of like tuck away for about 30 to 40 minutes before the ceremony starts. That's going to be very, very helpful for your mind. All right, number 2, maid of honor, wedding party. When you get a chance to do the bouquets, take them out of the water if they're real. This only applies if they're real, obviously. Dump the water out, get a paper towel, and some florists will send paper towels with them, and dab them all up on the bottom, get them all nice and dry, dump the water out, put the stems back inside again to stand them up. Do that about an hour before the ceremony, other than that, or your formal pictures, because if you don't and you pick it up and you put it up against your dress, you're going to get water spots down the front of your dress, and you don't want that. Tip number 3, the proper level of holding flowers for the bridesmaids is navel. Right around that belly button. If the bride is a little bit on the shorter side, her belly button height will be different than somebody else that is higher. So maids of honor, across the board, wherever the bride feels comfortable, down by her navel, is the height that you want to have your flowers. You don't want one person here, one person here, one person here, one person here. You want to have them all across the board, even as much as possible. Belly button, and wherever the bride's belly button is, that is where the rest of the party should hold their flowers. Tip number 4, stop at the top of the aisle. You come walking down with your parents or whoever's walking you down the aisle. When you get to the top of the aisle, which is the beginning part, the furthest part away from your fiance, stop. Just pause. It gives the photographer an extra chance to get a couple of shots and or get in position and or get out of the way. But more importantly, it gives you a chance to just say, pause, take a deep breath, look at your fiance at the end of that aisle, looking at you, take that moment, and then walk. Tip number 5, wedding couples. When you come down, you turn the flowers over, you're facing each other. Don't stand with your hands down. Hold your hands across. Hold your partner's hand. Hold your fiance's hand. It will settle the nerves in each other, both of you guys. It'll settle the nerves in you. So after you come walking down the aisle, you turn your bouquet over and you're facing each other, or the officiant starts talking, hold hands. It's going to be very good for both of you guys. Number 6, hold the kiss. Please, hold the kiss. Some of these people just go in and they're done. It's like, no, take it. So here's a good rule of thumb. Practice this if you want. 3 seconds, first kiss. Officiant announces you, wedding couple, you're married, look at each other, kiss, hold it for 3 to 5 seconds. Break apart, looking at each other, do a little cheer, go back and kiss again, hold it for about 3 seconds. It gives the photographer a good chance to get a couple of extra shots inside of there, in between, and it helps settle the nerves. But just to go in for that quick peck, just hold the kiss for 3 seconds, please. Tip number 7, don't forget to get your flowers back from your maid of honor that was holding them for you before you start walking back down that aisle. I've seen brides forget their flowers in the getting ready room and they came down the aisle with no flowers in their hands. I've seen people forget to take them before they start walking down the aisle. I've seen both. So just remember, after the kiss, cheer, put your arms up, celebrate. Don't forget your flowers before you start walking. Tip number 8. As you are walking, do that cheering with the bouquet in your hand, celebrating as you're walking down and everybody's standing up, and cheering where there's balloons or bubbles or anything else that's happening at the thing like that. But as you're walking, consider adding this at the end of that aisle again, right around the same spot that you stopped for your pause in the beginning, and just add a kiss. I always ask my couple, okay, look at each other, stop for that kiss, and I'm shooting on a 16 millimeter, so I'm shooting wide. And I get in really close and I get a shot of all of your guests behind you and the wedding couple right in the middle going in for that kiss or a dip. So 8 tips to help you plan your wedding day. These are helpful tips that will premeditate, put some things in your heads so you guys can start talking about them and then practice them on your rehearsal. dinner the night before. But all 8 of those tips will be very helpful for you planning your day. Thank you everybody for coming back to the channel and watching these 8 tips on planning your wedding. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and remember to smile more because it sure does hurt less. Peace.